We're going to do some Xguard this week, but we're going to enter it a different way. We're going to start just getting into it, okay? So we're going to start from half guard and get into this. So I'm always telling you, for example, if you play half guard, you got to have somewhere to go if they stand up, all right? Not playing half guard when they're standing up. So we have to have somewhere to go. So we're going to talk a little bit about that this week. So I have my half guard hook. I'm playing with a knee shield. I've got my left hand on his trap, my knee or elbow on the inside of my knee. So it's my frame to keep from smashing my leg down. Right hand is tracking his bicep so he never gets to my head. Never, ever, ever let him get my head when I play half guard. That's a big no-no, okay? So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna make, kind of like we would make our entry to sit up, okay? We're gonna make a little bit of space, okay? So I can work my foot, hip escape, put my foot in almost like a butterfly hook, okay? So straight up and down, all right? I have my frame here, and then now I'm gonna take my left hand, swim under his armpit as I dive my right hand under his leg. That's how I'm gonna get him up above me. So I'm gonna dive in, and I'm just gonna start to rotate. He has to post. I get my hook, bottom hook first. I'm on his armpit. My right hook comes in last, and I have him in this spot, okay? Doing this. Okay, so here, make space, butterfly hook, okay? Now, I'm gonna swim as I dive under. Here, he's gonna have to post and get this leg on my shoulder, okay? Foot grabbing at his hip. Everybody see that? Okay. Any questions on that? Obviously, you could do it from butterfly and other places like that. Probably more vulnerable to being passed, especially if you're not as experienced. Especially when you just try to elevate like this. You know, we can clearly do that to get them to stand up. But it's going to be harder for a lot of folks to keep from getting smashed, like smash passed or body lock pass or things like that. Okay, so let's work on entering from this half guard. We're going to do that for a few minutes and then we'll go to the technique. Okay, so here, make space with that hook. So it's just right in on the inside of his thigh. Here, swim underneath as I swim under his leg. Okay, from here, I'm just going to start turning. Here, get him on my shoulder. Okay, what he's doing with his hands is exactly what I want. Okay, everybody good? Let's do that for 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to combine that with the technique for the night. All right, get some partners. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to do that same entry, but we're going to just do a basic sweep off of it. So here, okay, I'm making my space. Hook. Don't have your foot turn sideways against their thigh. I'm going to toe hold myself. Okay, I want my hook straight up and down on the inside of his thigh. So when I get it back in here, straight up and down. Okay, knee fairly straight. I don't want it turned. He's going to smash it down. Okay, into his shoulder here. Now, back of my hand through his armpit, right arm underneath his thigh here, and I'm just going to rotate to my back and then to my left. Okay, now I have him on my shoulder. Using my bicep and my neck to hold his lower leg. My right hand needs to go above his kneecap and close my elbow. So when he palm strikes it to try to knock that off the grip, it's not going to come off right away. Okay? If I hold his kneecap or below, he's going to push it. It's going to go all the way to my head. Hold here. Now I have my grips. I can move them back and forth, side to side. Okay? Now, if he keeps his hands on the mat, we're not going to do that tonight, but if he keeps his hands on the mat, I'm just going to keep taking him that direction. Okay, it makes it easy for me to sweep. So I'm just going to keep going. Okay, and we sweep. All right, so here. So when he comes from this position, he's going to come up, he's going to address my legs when he stands up. Okay, a lot of times that first hook, or he's going to reach at this hook here, right, try to pull it out. Okay. Keep my hooks active and open wide. So it's hard, I'm grabbing his hip with my foot. Okay, he tries to grab my foot, doesn't just come out, okay? I wanna make a grip on this sleeve, okay? Now I'm gonna extend out and up. So basically a little bit straight up to the ceiling. I'm gonna use my hips, not my legs, and I'm gonna pull his sleeve. Come on. Okay, to knee on belly. So when we're hipping up, that's basically what I'm doing with my Xguard. Here. Once his body's like an inch off the ground, I pull the sleeve. He's just gonna fall. Does that make sense? Here, right? Get my hook, swim. Okay, get the sleeve. A little bit of elevation, pull the sleeve. Okay, and come up. That bottom hook's gonna come out at the very end so I can knee on belly, okay? So as he's hitting the mat, I'm just gonna let that hook come out. Bottom hook, all right? Don't focus on a big kick out, because some of these people with really long legs, you're not gonna be able to sweep them, like Daniel or Dave even. It's kind of hard. Just like a little bit of elevation. They don't have to go to the ceiling, just a little bit. Take the weight off of the ground, pull that sleeve, they're just gonna fall. Does that make sense? Anybody need to see it again? Yeah. Here. Right? Okay. So I can either make space this way with my bottom leg, use the hip escape, throw the hook in. If you can't do that, your foot can go down close to his body. Hip escape, throw the hook in. Rack it, dude. Right? So I've still got my frames. Swim under, here, okay? Have my hooks. From here, I'm looking as he's making a grip. I'm making a grip on that far sleeve. My neck is tight to his shin. Left hand is holding the thigh above his kneecap, elbow closed. I'm gonna elevate, so extend him out just a little bit for his base. Straight up with my hips, pull the sleeve. Okay, come on. Only moving them like that much. Okay, don't try to launch them. Okay, everybody good? All right, get your partners. 1, 2, 3.